All right, all right, all right. Okay, so let's just see if the chat can hear us properly. Hello, chat. Hello, chat. Hello, chat.
Hello, chat.
Can you hear our voices? All right, I just need to get there.
Oh man, I just realized I didn't mute my open window of the YouTube video,
Oh,
so I was like hearing you twice, and I was
whoa!
nervous, but
I was saying the same thing over and over and over again. Hello, 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 chat. All right, so I'm not using my second screen for this episode just because I'm seeing if using less resources on my computer help with keeping the stream alive. Hey, Shiggies is in the chat. What's up, Shiggies? Thank you for dropping by.
oh, I was just I saw one of your tweets, of course, because I follow you, and you're a big pillar of the Yugi Twitter community, at least from the people I follow, and I was just remembering that I like. This is gonna sound weird. Sorry to get a little weirdly personal, actually, but I remember being one of your first followers on Twitter when you were like very, very early, and to see you grow to what you have been today is actually crazy. Um, uh, so I don't know. I was just thinking that when I saw one of your tweets, like probably like an hour ago, I was like, wow, she's built an empire of Jaden stuff. So just I'm glad you're here, but. Um, we got a good episode for everyone tonight.
Yeah, it's pretty tame actually. So
Yeah.
hopefully we can keep everybody alive for a little bit. But let's get started, cause we if we wait any longer, we're gonna go over an hour again.
Yeah.
Anyway, good Sunday evening, everybody. It is me, Jelly the Casual Card Gamer, and with me, as always, is JC Theater YGO. And welcome to In the YGK, the podcast where we take every other Sunday of the month and complain about things that are happening that we don't like. Anyway, but before we get into that, how have you been, JC?
I've been doing very good. I recently got a camera from my girlfriend for Christmas for the channel. I'm not using it now. This is still the webcam, just so everyone's aware. So I've been feeling more like a bona fide YouTuber than ever before. But other than that, just busy weekend overall and everything. But how have you been doing, Jello?
Been doing pretty good. I've been paying a little more attention to the editing in my videos because I feel like I should step up a little bit because I've been getting pretty lazy to do it. But other than that, it's been a pretty good week. I trudged through it a little bit. It felt pretty long this week. I had to go overtime at work on Friday night because of an international open house. But other than that, it's been really good. Getting Christmas gifts that I ordered on Amazon in the mail, so don't have to worry about going out into stores to buy things anymore. but yeah, that is everything for me. I do have a couple of announcements that I do want to make later in the episode. Probably do it probably like halfway through so that people actually hear it, because I know that a lot of you like to leave halfway through. So yeah. Anyway, guys, today we are gonna go over some of the recent news, some recent drops that we had for Genesis Impact. Briefly touch on Selection Box 10, as well as the Speed Duel Box and the Digimon TCG that just recently released and that has been taking the Yu-Gi-Oh community by storm. So we're gonna get some Yugimon discussions up. tonight. So if you guys have any, if you guys have any questions, because most of this is just gonna be us complaining. If you guys have anything you want to ask us, go ahead and type it in the chat, and we will do our best to answer as many of them as we can before the 1 hour hits. All right, so diving in first, what do you want to talk about, JC?
So to get it out of the way, I think we do have to talk about the best Yu-Gi-Oh product to drop this year, and that is the Digimon Special Booster 1.0. I actually, so for those of you, a little backstory from what I understand, because I actually haven't looked too deep into it, but the card game releases in January, but it came out early, like I just said, the Special Booster 1.0, on November 27th, as well as dash packs, which you get one for every 12 packs you buy from a official an OTS, whatever they call it, in their Digimon world. It's not an OTS, it's something else, but same concept. And you also get box toppers in it and all this stuff. So even though it's the booster box itself that was released early, they did have some other promotional, like other products released too. And I think the starter decks as well. But I've mainly seen people on Twitter open the booster boxes, but I know they also release the starter decks. My whole thing is it happened on the 27th. I messaged my locals on Saturday night, and I was like, oh, can I get this maybe this weekend? Because they were focused on Black Friday deals. They didn't say anything about it on Facebook. I actually found out through the Digimon website they were one of the locals that was supporting this, and they said they were already sold out. So sadly,
wow.
I missed out on it. It looks very, very promising. Seeing the amount of people within the small Yu-Gi-Oh bubble I have on social media, it's just very cool to see people excited about another card game that's like fresh and everyone can get into without like there being gatekeepers, like how like, oh, don't touch Yu-Gi-Oh, oh, don't touch Pokemon, don't touch Magic, all this stuff. It's really refreshing to just see like a blank slate, and it's going to be very interesting to see how things go moving forward. How do you feel about the Digimon taking over our card game universe?
Pretty pretty indifferent, I guess I would say. I don't have any problems with people not necessarily jumping ship, but like testing the waters, so to speak, just going off of the ship reference. Because it is really fun to try other card games, especially once formats begin to cement themselves. I know that the ban list is coming up in a couple of weeks, I believe, so we're bracing ourselves. Maybe Bardiche will get banned again. I don't know. Konami made their money off of Phantom Rage already, so they might ban Bardiche again. But like, it's always been really interesting to leave a card game and then come back after a format or two of playing a different card game, because you always get different perspectives on how to play the game you're coming back to. I know that it's I speak from experience, because I did play I played Yu-Gi-Oh as a child and as a very young teenager, and then stopped playing, and then started playing Magic. Actually, I played Magic, and then I got into Vanguard, and then I started playing EDH Magic, which is the 100 card deck of one-ofs only. And then while playing Yu-Gi-Oh, then played Legend of the Five Rings, and then came back to Yu-Gi-Oh. So there are a lot of sort of not I don't know how to say it. Just different mindsets, I guess, coming from each card game, and it helps me understand the first card game differently compared to somebody who's only played one card game. So I think that it'll be really fun to see how people bring their knowledge of Yu-Gi-Oh into Digimon. Personally, I probably won't pick it up, because I feel like 2 card games is enough for me. Like 2 card games at a time is enough for me. So um, I haven't been able to watch anybody open them yet. So I'm sorry, Shiggies. I believe I think Zane also opened up. I don't know if he has a video of it, but I haven't been able to watch it if he has one. Um, but yeah, I'm just interested to see where it goes, and I hope that it isn't a fad because this actually isn't the first Digimon card trading card game that's been released. So hopefully it stays above water, and hopefully the nostalgia factor keeps people in the game longer than it did the first time.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Yeah, I think it's funny you mentioned the like using playing other card games to get better at whichever card game you're using, the mentality you're pulling from other card games.
Mm-hmm.
Let someone put up a counter on how many times I say card games in this this episode. But I actually collected Pokemon, Naruto, and Chaotic as well as Yu-Gi-Oh! And I never collected, but I've had in my possession before that original Digimon game you're referring to.
Mm-hmm.
Never learned how to play any of them though, so I only got the hurt of my wallet without the benefit of learning anything to pool into Yu-Gi-Oh! Sadly, but I definitely think that makes a lot of sense with just like different perspectives from other card games will definitely help. The only downside is which I don't see happening, but if too many Yu-Gi-Oh players in theory go to Digimon or like play Digimon,
Yeah.
it might just be Yu-Gi-Oh 2.0, you know, like the same mindsets and everything with like the
Mm-hmm.
metagame and stuff, but I'm sure there'll be other players, and like the game is, I believe, drastically different, I would want to say,
Mm-hmm.
compared to Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know the rules specifically, but I've seen some openings on YouTube and stuff, and this YouTuber Kodak, he touches every card game, like he talks about every card game. So I've seen him talk about the Digimon TCG like a few months back, because he gets, you know, them imported from Japan, and then he
Mm-hmm.
gets the English version. Like he's really into card games, you
Yeah.
know. So from what I remember, it's definitely different than Yu-Gi-Oh. But that's enough talk about not Yu-Gi-Oh on the In the Yugi Know.
Yeah.
Let's move into something far less interesting to me, I'm afraid to say. The Selection 10 box
Mm-hmm.
over in Japan right
Yeah.
now. We're getting leaks, or I don't know if it's ever truly leaks or if it's just like, you know, official leaks or however you want to call them, but we're getting news of more cards coming out in that box, and honestly nothing's interested me so far from this. We have the Sun Avalons, which we talked about before, and we have some new cards, of course, since the last episode that have come out in it. Did anything shine to you, Jello? Anything in this box so far, or is it kind of a dud as well?
Yeah, I'd have to say that it's a bit of a dud to me. I think that it's cool that Necros of Brianak is getting a reprint. I guess that's cool. Uh, the Galaxy Eyes stuff would interest me a little more if I actually liked the archetype, but I I think the Holy Knight stuff looks nice, but I this might actually be the this might actually be the first time that I don't buy a set, or maybe only buy a box just to open up on the channel, but then never really think, because um if I'm not mistaken, the way that we'll get this is probably something like Dual Overload, right? Like sort of just something of that effect. So I don't know how much money I'll pump into this compared to other things that are coming out. All I can say is that 2021 feels like it's going to be a pretty tame year, at least for the first quarter. Because right now, all we have,
Mhm.
like, I feel like the most banger set of the first quarter for me will be Legendary Duelist Season 2, and that's a reprint set. So I'm not really interested in anything in Blazing Vortex, except for like one-offs that I'll probably just get as singles or something. But Um,
Hmm.
yeah, the ice barrier structure deck is coming out then as well, but it's a structure deck, so I don't really count it as being something to look forward to because you know what you're gonna get. But
Hmm.
yeah, back to selection box 10. I don't know. I really don't know. There's the Sun Avalons don't really appeal to me. Maybe it's because I haven't watched the anime, but maybe it will once I get to that point. But for the most part, I'm not really looking forward to anything too much, except for maybe the Time Thief stuff. The Time Thief stuff looks interesting to me, but more on a lore perspective than an actual gameplay standpoint. So, um, yeah, that's it really. And Noel is in the chat. What's up, Noel? Good evening to you. Hope you're having a great night, and we hope that you stick around for the entire episode. Have some special announcements to make later on. But yeah, was there anything else that you wanted to talk about with selection box 10?
Yeah, real quick. Hello, Noel. Good evening to you as well. Thanks for joining the chat. And you actually stole my answer. Time Thief is looking like the only thing I actually care about in this. Specifically, very topical. It was released, I think, or not released, but brought to light either today or late last night. Time Thief Adjuster, which is just a level 4 dark psychic monster who special summons herself if you have a Time Thief on the field, or if you normal or special summon a Time Thief. Sorry, so it's on the summon, you get another summon, and then she Foolish Burials a Time Thief card
Oh,
from your
okay.
deck to the graveyard. So,
That's
that's
cool.
what Foolish Burial is. But yeah, so it seems like a good extender slash setup. Like, I don't know. I haven't personally ever built Time Thieves, and
Neither
honestly,
have
I'm
I.
very rusty on their effects. I assume they have graveyard effects. Like, that's how rusty I am. Like, I don't remember many of the cards other than Redoer. But yeah, this looks very promising in terms of at least being playable in a deck, because I hate when like legacy support, or legacy I say for Time Thieves, who came out like last year or something, but I hate when like new support like either changes the playstyle to where that's the only support you use,
Mhm.
or it is like still unplayable, or like not chosen over other things.
Yeah.
So this one definitely looks like it'll be used for sure, but other than that, selection 10, yeah. That's all I got.
That's it.
That's all we
Nothing
have to
left.
say about selection 10. More importantly, though, another set that starts with an S is the Speed Duel Battle City box.
Hmm.
It is, as to my knowledge, which I hope is correct, because I will be very sad if I'm incorrect, the last set as of right now where Europe gets it before North America. And then we'll be all squared away starting with Genesis Impact, I think. So hopefully that doesn't happen anymore. I know with everything going on in the world, there have been some delays with all different product. I know Maximum Gold, they had to like chemically create whatever they used to make the premium golds, probably in like a lab somewhere, so that's what took so long with that.
They had to
But
mine it. They had
and
to
I guess
mine
they
it.
had to do the same to figure out how to put a yeah yeah, they had to get the gold, uh and they had to figure out how to put the Speed Duel watermark on a secret rare card, I guess was the case with Battle City box. But do you see yourself getting any of this, or is this a pass for you? Because I have some things to say about this. Hear what you have to say about it.
Um, yeah, I'll probably pick a couple up. I'm not sure because it really depends on how well I pull in terms of the secrets. Because I can't remember if the big three are reprinted as secrets in this thing as well. I want to say yes because Konami does it a lot, but it really depends on what I get. I'll probably just buy one at first, and depending on what secrets I get, I might get another one just for the kicks. But like I would have gotten more if there were uh, if there were cloth mats. I'm gonna say it again. Like, it would have been really nice to have a cloth mat in this box. There's enough space in there. There aren't that many cards in the box. And if there aren't that many cards in the box and you're not giving us play mats, why is the box so big? But anyway, yeah, I'll definitely pick up one at least, just as an homage, because there are rumors going around that this is the last Speed Duel set. So, just pay respects to what got me back into the game. Oh yeah, that's everything. That's everything for me on the Speed Duel boxes.
So that does make sense. I think I'll probably be in the same boat as you in terms of buying one, seeing how I do on the secrets, and honestly seeing the price of the singles of the secrets. Because as far as I'm aware on the set breakdown, it's a bunch of tiny, like the Speed Duel starter decks, just a bunch of those, and those have a lot of one-ofs in them. So in theory, I want to get 3 so that way I have play sets of everything.
Yeah.
But it all comes down to the singles for me, as opposed to really what I pull. Well, I think that goes in tandem, of course, because if I pull everything with, but if the secrets are like a decent amount of money, then I might just like try my luck and buy like 1 or 2 more or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely agree because with your playmat statement though, because with the battle pack or monster league, or I think that's one of the battle
draft
names,
packs, right?
Yeah, they have like the little neoprene, like the mouse pad style mats, and so they've done it before. Like, it's not like, and they make mouse pad style mats all the time for like their like tournaments and stuff also. So it's not like they don't have the resources to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's have you ever gotten one of the battle pack tiny ones?
I almost bought one, but decided against it.
Yeah, they are very tiny. They're like of course a 1-player mat, but they're like very skinny. It's very weird. But even that, I would have even taken that, because Speed Duels, the field is tinier anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So like less stuff to buy to make it, so I don't know. I definitely agree with you on that. This definitely feels like a cool, interesting set, though I know I've talked about it when we talked about it in episodes prior, that it's just like, it seems really cool. A side note is that a lot of the secrets, or not a lot, but like Nobleman of Crossout, right? Is that the name of it?
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm having it's late at night. It's 9:30 at night. It's my bedtime usually. But Nobleman of Crossout and Air Knight Parshath are 2 GOAT format like staples almost, and those are being printed in secret rare. That's really great, and ultimately tinfoil hat time. I was on Zodiac Duelist and a thread was talking. Yes, exactly. We still haven't made them. Maybe by next year we'll actually have physical tinfoil hats. They were talking about the Speed Duel Battle City box, and they said that someone in the thread mentioned, with no bibliography on this, like I have no proof on this at all, but they said that the person in charge of designing the Speed Duel sets, one of them at least, I don't know if it was just one person, but someone important with Speed Duels left or is leaving Konami, so this is their final hurrah, just like pushing out all their product. This makes a lot of sense. I know you spoke about that it just feeling like a final hurrah, how you said that it's rumored to be the last Speed Duel set ever, because on one hand they're bringing over Rush Duels eventually, and on the other hand it just feels very, it lines up. If you say the sentence, they're just releasing the rest of their ideas in one box, and then you look at this box, it makes sense, So it's sad, but at least it is a cool final hurrah. And the point is, I'm gonna buy it, even though I don't even know the intricacies of Speed Duels or anything like that. I have a bunch of sealed stuff. I wanted to do Speed Duel September, but I think I'm a little late. But next year, though,
Yeah.
Just wait on it 10 more months, and we'll get Speed Duel September next year with
In
plenty of these
memoriam.
boxes. Yeah, yeah. When it's officially deceased, I feel like it'll be probably like what is it, tag duels for a while, and traditional format where they just like never end it. Like you'll never see like a release saying they've ended it, but
It'll just phase out.
it's
Yeah.
gone. Yeah, they won't. It'll never be a thing anymore. Like duelist packs also.
Yeah.
I hate to go on a tangent here, but
Yeah.
the let me see real quick. Card lists, duelist pack. If I remember, the last duelist pack to release was in 2017, Dimensional Guardians.
Oh,
And that was the only one that year. And the year before 2016 was Rivals of the Pharaoh. Again, the only one of that year. So of course, and I sorry again to keep repeating myself, but in 2015 it was just Duelist Pack Battle City again, the only one for that year. And the year before that had Duelist packs was in 2011. So there was a 4-year hiatus, and then they were just once a year. And of course, after 2017, in 2020, we got the Legendary Duelists like seasons. I think kind of makes up for it. / the Legendary Duelists in general, I guess.
Yeah.
You could say is the battle pack formula of rarities and stuff. So that's really where the I guess the name didn't stick, but the product stayed. But
yeah.
I don't know. Speed duels are going out with a bang, and I guess that's the main point of the Battle City box.
Yeah. So one thing that I just wanted to think about was in the anime after Battle City. I can't remember what came next. What was the next arc after that?
The wasn't it at the end of Battle City?
I don't remember.
I think at the end of Battle City was the weird like filler arc of them being in like Noah's like digital realm thing,
So
right?
Because
that was like in the middle of yeah, I think.
Okay.
I don't even we're a Yu-Gi-Oh channel, but we don't even I really, because I haven't seen Yu-Gi-Oh, like actually watched the original Yu-Gi-Oh since it like aired. And then the only series of Yu-Gi-Oh that I watched after the original airing like window was GX that I rewatched in early high school. So that was like 8 years ago, I think. So it's been a hot minute, but what were you getting at with the sorry to talk about my life and what Yu-Gi-Oh series I've seen.
That's all right. Because I was just thinking because I feel like us having a hard time remembering what it was at all is sort of a testament to how far speed duels could have gone, because this was sort of just like nostalgia baiting for people to get back into the game. So if people couldn't remember anything after, the Winged Dragon of Ra episode or something like that, then I feel like the draw for speed duels would have died out as well, like moving into anything after that point of the story. And because like I have watched most of the anime, but all of it is sort of segmented, and like my memories of it, like of stuff happening, are just everywhere, so I can't really piece everything together properly. But I feel like this is the last hurrah, partially because the person is leaving, and it might be they're leaving because they can't do anything with the format anymore, because like if they can't really go off and start adding synchros and stuff like that, like they're doing with Duel Links, because I don't think it would be very profitable for them, because people don't really want to do it anyway. But yeah, like going into things like the seal of Orichalcos, imagine like having a tiny field, half the life points, and then just you're like, haha, legendary Knight of Legend comes out and just slaps you really hard. Like I don't see it being very healthy for the format. And like I feel like people who would play just speed duels wouldn't pay attention to a ban list anyway. So it's like they just have broken combos all over the place, and I don't think that would like give Konami any less headache than they already have. But yeah, I think that the nostalgia run is done. I feel like if they were to continue doing this, if they do continue, tinfoil hat, they would skip straight into GX. I feel like that's what they would do. They would just forego all of the other things that happened in the original anime, and just skip straight to like the first 1 or 2 seasons of GX where things were still normal. Where they were all just chilling out with their crew in the schoolyard. But yeah, I think that's as far as it goes in terms of being practical as a format. Because one of the biggest complaints, especially for people who played the TCG, was that they wouldn't be able to use the same cards that were released in Speed Duels, but from the regular card game. So I think like people don't want to go out and buy like another copy of Dark Magician when they already have an entire binder full of them. So I think that's it. I think it's a good time to lay it to rest. It went off pretty well, and just going off of the duelist packs and the legendary duelist packs, I feel like who was the last one to come out? It was Merrick, I believe, the last legendary duelist. I feel like I feel like they might go into Ishizu. If not, then they might skip straight into GX with that as well. And that only means good things for me, because that means more hero support. So yeah, I think that it's a good time to put speed duels to rest. Give it a pat on the back. Like, you got us some people. You got Jello back, and good job. Good job. You can go now.
You fulfilled your purpose. I will say, I hate to still stick to the speed duel things, because it is dying. We should just pull the plug and let it be, Yeah. But the thing about everyone was gonna like take over the TCG. Like I remember people were like, oh man, they're going to put all their time and effort into speed duels and take away from the TCG, because I don't remember specifically, but at the time when speed duels were announced / came out, that format, I want to say it was spiral format. It might have been, but it was definitely a heavily break my board format with like you have to play at least like 9 to 12 hand traps, like guaranteed, very strong negates, all that, all that fun stuff that makes Yu-Gi-Oh fun. People were like, oh man, this is such a simpler way to play Yu-Gi-Oh, So it's just interesting that I don't even remember when speed duels came out exactly, but from then until now, they didn't do what we thought it would do. For sure. But like you said, the purpose of like getting players back into the game was definitely successful. And I'm glad for that, because the channel that you guys are currently watching this on wouldn't exist in the way it is today. It might be just a Vanguard channel, but but I wouldn't be too good on that podcast, because I don't know anything about Vanguard, but.
Oh, it looks like we're getting some lag. Yeah, I hit some lag. I had some lag a little bit, but I think are we okay now, guys? Quick shout out to Unfound. Looking forward to the announcement. Oh, I'm super hyped to tell everybody. Fatal Basil, what is up? Haver Cardman, good evening. And all right. So are we sounding good again, guys? Are we sounding good?
Yeah. Hello. My aw.
Oh, double.
I don't know if that's a good or bad aw.
Is that bad?
I'm just talking literally because you said JC audio being weird. Yeah, it's not. So I seems a little better now. I'll take a little better.
Yeah, I feel like
But
if there are any internet issues, it's my problem because I'm working off of Wi-Fi right now. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. But there was something I wanted to. Oh yeah, the announcements. I forgot the announcement. Okay, guys. So I have been very, 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 very excited to finally get some variation on the channel because, as you guys know, like JC said, I'm just a Vanguard scrub trying to learn Yu-Gi-Oh. But yeah, it's always been product openings and sealed onlys and the podcast. But never any gameplay of any sort. And one of the reasons why I never did any gameplays, well, mainly for two reasons. There was somebody that commented on one of my videos, and I explained it there, but I never really fleshed it out. The first thing is I don't like online dueling. It feels very weird to me. Like, I play a card game so I can feel the cards. One of the reasons why I stopped playing Duel Links was because of that. But another thing is, and it ties into online dueling, is that I don't feel good about playing a game that has a lot of human interaction without the human interaction, right? Like, it's very different, like facing an opponent and playing against them, like having a good time and just reading what they have, what they're typing out of a text box. So those were some of the main reasons, and also because of time constraints. Like I have the sealed onlys on a schedule, so and I don't have a lot of time to record online duels, edit them, put them into the videos, and then ship it out every other week for each sealed only. So those are the reasons. And of course, I'm a scrub. I suck at the game. I love building decks. I suck at building decks, like, period. And I suck at playing the game. So that's why things like, I've tried Dueling Book, I've tried Dueling Nexus, and like both of them sort of have different things that are really difficult for me, especially with timing. Like that's one of the things that I miss in terms of having somebody in front of me. Like, can I do this now? Can I do something about this? And like, I can't really do that typing fast enough. So anyway, I figured that if I don't feel comfortable playing against people I don't know, why not play against people that I do know, but add a twist to it? Because of course, like, there are tons of channels out there that just play against their friends, and I wanted to do something a little different. So the idea first came from when I started opening up main sets. So these were things like Ignition Assault and just the core sets that have come out since I started playing again. So Eternity Code, Rise of the Duelist, Phantom Rage, even side sets, especially the side sets, actually, like Secret Slayers and stuff like that. So one of the biggest problems that I've always had with Yu-Gi-Oh, which I never had with games like Magic the Gathering or Pokemon. I used to play Pokemon too, is that it has no set rotation. So every card that's been printed since the beginning of the dawn of time that hasn't been banned is usable. Now, for people who have been playing like consistently up until now, know that there are like secret broken combos with cards that were released before, and all they have to do is try it out before coming out with it. But for people and scrubs like me, who just started playing again, won't know, because the database has over 10,000 cards, and it's always really difficult because sometimes the community is very unforgiving about you making certain deck choices and stuff like that. So what I wanted to do was start something that I at least haven't done before, and it is build a deck out of cards that are only available in a certain set. So for example, And this is the series, guys. This is the new series that is coming out on the channel called Out of the Box. So I was really hoping that Nova was going to be here because he actually is a part of it. But JC Theater Yu-Gi-Oh, Golden Nova Yu-Gi-Oh, and Casual Card Yu-Gi-Oh are going to are going to be spearheading this project. What happens is we are going to take 3 boxes of a certain set, and we're going to be starting with Genesis Impact because I don't have to pay any extra money because I already pre-ordered them. So I was going to start with something else, but we're going to go with Genesis Impact. Each one of us is going to choose one archetype in the set, and we are only able to build a deck using the cards that we pull from those 3 boxes. And we cannot use cards from outside because one of the biggest hurdles for new players, I find, is knowing what cards to use outside of the booster set that they open. Because for a lot of people, they have no idea that this card printed in 2003 is actually broken for their deck. I.e., well, it wasn't 2003. Smoke Grenade of the Thief. Like, how am I supposed to know that when I was 8 years old at the time, you know? But anyway, so what happens is we each choose one archetype. I open 3 boxes of the set, and we are limited to the cards that are pulled from that box. Each one of us is going to make a deck profile, which will be split up into 3 videos, and the opening video will be the series starter. So we have the box opening, the deck profiles, and then we have the games. So the games will close off that set series, and we will be doing a double round robin with the decks that we built from those cards that I pulled. We're going to be doing this online, which is the only difficult part because it'll cost a lot for me to send the cards out to JC and Golden Nova. And we will have a double round robin, and whatever the placings are at the end of that double round robin will give us 2 overall points if we're the first, 1 overall point if we are the second, and 0 points if we are third. And we are going to do that. We're going to do that. I'm still trying to figure out how many times a year we're going to do this. But at the end of the year, whichever one of us has the most points will get to choose a deck that they used throughout the year, and I send it to them as their prize for the season. So that is one of the big announcements that I have for the channel. But of course, there are things that I have to sacrifice in short term, and that will be putting Zero to Hero and Forged in Flames on hiatus. So at least for December, because I don't know how much but I don't know how much editing that is going to entail, because most of it is going to be done through Discord and online streaming and everything. And so I want to see how much time this takes, so I know how to balance my time moving into next year, so I can still put up the sealed onlys, I can put up out of the box, and still do the podcast and everything else. So this is going to start next month, so December. As soon as I get the Genesis Impact boxes case, I have a case coming in, I will meet with JC and Nova, and we'll find a day where we can all sit down and do all of this in one day. The reason that I'm splitting this into 5-6 videos per set is because I know that you guys don't always have the most time. Oh, and my battery's dying. You guys don't always have the most time, and it's gone. Okay, I'm going to finish my statement, and I'll put in the battery that I've been charging up. So I know that this will take a really, really long time because opening up 3 boxes is probably like 20 minutes. Thank you, JC, for mouthing my words. But yeah, so at least that way, instead of searching through a super long video, it's easier for you guys to hone in on the things that really interest you. So, for example, the box opening will be the box opening and the intro for the series. So I'll be explaining everything again, but a lot more concise and clear. I'm literally just going off the top of my head right now. But yeah, other than that, there is one more thing that I want to talk about, but I will replace my battery. I will replace my battery first. Okay. JC, say something.
Okay, so I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Of course, we will jump back immediately to Jello's second announcement, but let's just all agree that the reprints in Genesis Impact are kind of very not good. We got Cyburst Gadget, which was, I guess, much needed for I was gonna say the Cyburst support or the Cyburst cards in the set, but then I just realized that the Evil Twins / Live Twins are Cyburst because the Evil are Fiend. But so that actually makes sense. I feel like a fool now. I realize that Cyburst Gadget is a very top meta choice for an include in the set. But I should have used a better example. Maybe let's see. Cyber Emergency. No, just kidding. That's actually a very good include to the set. Bottomless Trap Hole. There we go. That was I don't think too needed. But enough about my love for these reprints in the set. Let's go ahead since you're back. Real quick, the chat. I know we have a lot more to address because they're all very excited about your announcement, which I'm very happy about that it's already well received. But Havercard Man, I feel on those reprints. Yeah, I definitely.
Yeah, definitely. And then also, it sucked.
What?
The reprints.
The reprints? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because if you compare it to Toon Chaos, which is the only thing that is like comparable to, it's just like, okay. Like I don't okay. Like maybe there's something that we're not seeing right away, but you guys will find out once we start using them on out of the box,
Exactly. There will be some potential, yeah.
But
Havercardman does mention sorry, I mentioned the chat, so I just want to address it real quick. I'm sorry to keep you all waiting, including Jello from his second announcement. But he said, "What do you guys think about a more mature Yu-Gi-Oh series?" I think he may be referring to his audio drama. I know I'm labeling it incorrectly, but I read the casting call thing. I was on that page because I was just interested in it. I don't think my voice matches any of the characters right now, which is why I didn't actually go ahead and apply for it. But it seems really cool and promising, and I'm excited to see it. I know Team Underground years and years ago, they started off with posting like a live action version of like dueling, like a scripted series, so that's always a very interesting concept. I personally, though, from a content creator standpoint, I don't have the brain power there. I don't even have the brain power to write any kind of script other than a 5-minute video that's more informational than actually creatively witty or cool. So more power to anyone, including Havercard Man, who decides to do something like that.
Yeah, I think that is really cool too. I have had flashes of trying to do something like that. Just like writing a really short one-off. JC knows that I have tried to write things in the past, but like to get things proper and accurate is a whole different level on top of just writing a story. So huge props to anybody that is able to do it. And I have seen the what are they called? Not it's like Audible, right? Like the story is just played out through that way.
Yeah.
That I have seen the ideas for that, and I'm totally for it. It's really cool, and I can't wait to see how it unfolds. I'd love to do voice acting. I can try to articulate, but I don't have the time. I don't have the free time to do it because yeah, I work and I have another work and I have another work. So yeah, but it's really cool. Oh, JC was right. It was an audio drama.
Nice. And sorry, Havercard man, I appreciate the like giving me something to talk about during that little swap there, but I had a different web page open to gripe about Genesis Impact, so that's why I didn't see it in time. But okay, now that we are ready, you may go ahead with the second announcement.
Okay, so I just wanted to close off the out of the box announcement with this is going to be a very long-term project. I had to make sure that JC and Nova were okay with it before doing this because it'll be pretty time intensive throughout the year because I'm hoping to do it probably have one every other month. So there would be six what do you call it? 6 arcs throughout the entire year, and the entire year is a season. And JC and I have both voiced to each other. We haven't told this to Zane, so if you're watching, Zane, JC told me one day that he's nervous because neither of us really play, and when we do, we're not very good, and we both know that Zane does. And he is good, so I'm pretty sure that he's going to win like the entire season at the end of the year. So yeah, choose your deck. But we'll see what happens. I'm trying to stay away from core sets because the card pool is a little too varied for it, and most of the time when a core set comes out, you don't really get enough to build a deck. So yeah, so each time that we open up a new set, it's completely new. The deck that you used before is no longer available to you. So it's kind of like it's just like hitting reset every time you play. Every time the new set comes around. So most of these are going to be side sets or box sets like the legendary duelist sets, but probably not going to do that because even those ones can't really build a standalone deck from. So yeah, I hope that I'm glad that you guys are excited. I am super hyped. I think I talked to JC about this originally a couple of months ago actually. So it's been really hard keeping it in. So yeah, it's really good to have it come out. And the second series is going to be a deck building series. So, as you guys know, a lot of old cards, or a lot of the original cards, get reprinted and retrains and stuff like that, and get new support throughout the years, and we never get to see them. Okay, I'm wording this wrong because I'm tired. But one of the things that has always interested me is imagining how the characters would have played through the series that they were in if they had this version of their card during the anime. So for example, it's a good thing I have this. So for example, Blackluster Soldier, where is this in focus? Okay, Blackluster Soldier got a retrain as a ritual and as a link monster. So this series, name is tentative right now, but this series is going to be called Decks Beyond Time. So what we're going to be doing, this is also a joint venture with JC, because he's a lot better at deck building than I am. This will be taking old archetypes that are used by main characters and side characters from the Duel Monsters anime, from GX. Once we get through all the Duel Monsters, we'll go to GX and so on and so forth, using the new support that they have. But what we're going to do to limit it, because of course if we just do that, then it's no different from a deck profile. So what we're going to do is limit ourselves to the summoning mechanics that were available during the duration of the anime that the character is from. So for example, if we're doing a character from Duel Monsters, then the only summoning mechanics we can use are normal summoning, regular special summoning, ritual summons, and fusion summons. Nothing beyond that. So we can't have synchros, exceeds, pendulums, or links. So that is how we are going to base these structures on, and we are going to build this more thematically than competitively. So imagine the decks that we're going to be building are what we think that the character would have brought into a duel against one of the other characters during the series. Now, the reason, the way that I got this idea was Vanguard again with Jello, but Vanguard recently had, not recently, maybe a couple of years back, completely rebooted the anime and the card game. So what happened was all of the old units got retrained but kept the same name, and the anime played out differently, but they still were stuck with the mechanics that they had during the original anime. So if you guys watch Card Fight Vanguard and then you watch Card Fight Vanguard V, then you'll see the differences between the two series, but it's still the same story, still the same characters and units that they used. So that is where this is going to come in, and we are going to structure this in a way that it kind of would look like if it came out as a structure deck. So a lot of structure decks normally don't come, with 3 ofs of stuff. So we're going to see how realistic the deck would look as a structure deck, and how realistic it would look in comparison to the character, or in
unison with the character.
Thank you. Thank you. I only know how to divide. I'm so sorry. But yeah, this one is a little more. This one will have a lot more creative freedom, because we will have to think like the character. A lot of the ones that I want to do are generally like Yugi's deck, so like Dark Magician, Black Luster Soldier, so on and so forth. And being limited in terms of summoning mechanics will be really a lot easier, and it will make it a lot more nostalgia filled, I think. So I'm really excited for that. And one thing is, because of course Yugi's main monster is Dark Magician, and literally the most OP form is Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, and I don't want this to be, every Yugi deck has a Red Eyes Dark Dragoon and every Joey deck has a Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. So we are not allowed to use main, like, iconic monsters of other characters in another character's deck. So this means that Yugi can't, if I'm building a Yugi deck, then I can't have Red Eyes Black Dragon or a Blue Eyes White Dragon if I wanted to make the Dragon Master card thingamajig. But yeah, those are the mechanics of this series. It's a lot more tame compared to Out of the Box. I should have started with this one, to be honest, but I just wanted to get Out of the Box, out of the way. But yeah, that is it. Yeah. So I hope you guys I hope you guys look forward to all of that, and yeah, because I'm super excited and moving in a different direction, because I feel like the channel has stagnated a little bit in terms of what I'm putting out, and I feel like this will be a really good way to sort of reignite the interest in making content in general for me. So yeah, that is all.
I definitely feel that every like 6 months I go through an existential crisis of my channel and my content, and I really have to like sit down and look at things. I'm definitely excited to be a part of all this stuff. I definitely I have to sit down and really think about the second announcement one, which name I even forgot, because again it is late and my brain is turned off already. And it's a tentative name, I believe. So
Yes.
Out of the Box is very catchy. I love that name, but the other one, because I think this is definitely going to be brain intensive, but in a good way, and I'm very looking forward to it. I just read Haver Cardman's one can say you wanted to get it out of the box. Oh, I see you already answered it, but yes. But I understand we were going to talk about the Genesis Impactor reprints a little bit. But like we did reach our hour.
Yeah. I feel like we hit it pretty well. Like, it sucked.
Yeah. Yeah, with the simple word bad a little bit. Yeah. So I think we could end this with a bang then.
Yeah.
Having the announcements be our closer here.
Yeah.
Because I am definitely very, very excited for them to come to fruition, and very soon too, because I apologize if we have, and I'm just forgetting, but we don't have a set date at all for the second project. But Out of the Box does, like you said, start when Genesis Impactors releases next month or next week. So next month will be the official launch of the next big Yugi Tube wave. Everyone will be doing it, it'll be like sealed only and everything. It'll be
that'll be really cool, That would be really cool. Like, hey, some Vanguard kids started a Yu-Gi-Oh craze. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I honestly thought that we were going to end at 30 minutes, but between my battery dying and me sort of tripping over all of my announcements, we made it to an hour, and this is the first time we finished in an hour. We did it. We ended the year. we at least got one in before the end of the year. But there are still more announcements to come. We'll be putting them out on a later date once things are more set in stone. But yeah, that is it. Don't forget to subscribe to JC. Follow him on Instagram and Twitter. Don't forget to follow me and subscribe to me on Instagram and Twitter. And yeah, so going through the chat real quick, we did have Crystal Abundance Shiggies come by. Thank you, Noel, for sticking around. Fatal Basil, hello, and thank you for joining. And of course, Haver Cardman. So yeah, good night, everybody. And I'm super hyped. I'm super hyped. My eyes are saying something else right now in the moment, but yeah, I'm really happy because saying it now gives us a timeline, sort of. So once that starts rolling, it'll be hard to stop. So yeah, good night, everybody.
See ya.
You are now in the Yugi know.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Hold on. All right.